So we're going to take a look at this problem, but before we talk about this problem, I want to talk about this problem in relation to 8th grade curriculum. Your book right now is called Frogs, Fleas, and Painted Cubes. This has to do with the painted cubes part of your textbook. So here's what's happening. We have a cube. And so I'm going to draw this cube really quickly. If I'm drawing it, what should you be doing? That's right, because drawing a cube's like the most fun you've ever had. So, a couple things I have to recognize. I know that this cube has a volume of 1,000 cubes. To find a volume, I do length times width times height. So in this case, we're looking at 10 times 10 times 10, because 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000. All right, so then the next thing is I'm taking this cube and I'm spray painting the whole thing. And then after I spray paint it, I'm going to cut it into these cubes. And so I have 1,000 cubes. Some of them will have paint. Most of them will not have paint. And then I'm going to take those 1,000 cubes, I'm going to throw them on the ground, and I'm going to hope I get none of them with the paint showing. So that's what we're going to be looking for, all right? So we know the answer can be expressed as 2 to the A times 3 to the B times 5 to the C. A, B, and C are integers. That is a whole number. It could be positive, but it could also be negative. And I know I'm going to have a bunch of negative exponents because probability is a fraction, isn't it? All right, so when I spray paint this whole thing, how many corners will I have? I'll have 8 corners, exactly. And these 8 corners, how many faces will have spray paint on them? 3. So that means that, 3 out of 6, that's 1/2 of them, right? And how many of these do I have? 8. I have 8. So I have 8 cubes that have half a chance of paint showing when I roll. Does that make sense so far? Okay. So let's talk about 2 faces painted. So obviously we have this corner piece right here, and I have this corner piece here. How many are along this edge? 8. I have 8. Well, okay. How many edges are there in a cube? 12. So that means I have 8 times 12. So how many of those do I have that have 2 edges painted? 96. I have 96. So that means I have 96, and that is a 1/3 chance of having the paint. But wait a second. I don't care if paint is showing. I want paint not showing. So should this be 1/3? It should be 2/3. Because I do not want paint showing. Oh my goodness, I used the big eraser for the big mistake. So that is 2/3. All right. So then inside here, in this area right here, I have cubes with 1 face being painted. What is the size of that cube? Sorry, what is the size of that square? 8 by 8, which is 64. Because I have 1 corner on either side that's forming an edge. So okay, so I have 64. How many faces do I have? 6. So how many of those do I have? I have 384. All right. So are we doing good so far? Yes. Okay. So what are the odds? What are the odds that paint will not be showing?
5/6.
5/6. I'm gonna step on that and break it, and that would make me very sad. All right, so we have 5/6 chance of that. All right, so, all right. This is gonna become an exponent, right? Because I have 8 of these, and each one has a 1/2 chance. Okay. This is gonna become the exponent here, and this is gonna become the exponent here. Does that make sense so far? Okay, everybody's with me. Love it. Okay, and that's helpful. The only thing that's a little bit of a bummer is this 6, because we need 2s, 3s, and 5s. We have 2s, 3s, 5s, and we have 6s, but you know what? 6 is just 2s and 3s. So I'm not going to write 6. What am I going to write? 2 times 3. Because I want to keep it in 2s and 3s. Everyone doing okay so far? Okay. So that means, I'm going to change color. That means that we have, in the numerator here, we have 1 to the 8th, and we have 2 to the 8th. Does that make sense so far? Okay. In this one, we have 2 to the 96th, and we have 3 to the 96th. Now the good thing is, do I care about multiplying this out? No. I can keep it in exponential form. I don't need to worry about it, so that's nice. So over here, I have 5 to the 384th.
Yeah, let's multiply it out.
Yeah, no, let's not. And we have 2 to the 384th times 3 to the 384th. So does that make sense? So we're doing okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay. So this 5 in the numerator, there are no other 5s for a base. So I know that the b value has to be 384. Yes? Are there any other 5s? No. Okay. So I know that b is 384. C. Oh, sorry. Thank you. C. All right. So, okay. Now it's time for rules of exponents. All right. So, okay. So I have 96 2's in the numerator, and in the denominator, I'm going to write that out. So we have 2 to the 96. And in the denominator, I have 2 to the 8th and 2 to the 384th. So how many 2's do I have in the denominator?
392.
So we have 2 to the 392. Okay, so how many 2's do I have total?
2 to the negative 296. 8.
So in other words, we're subtracting these. We have 96 minus 392. Yeah? All right, so that's going to get us 200 what?
Negative
296?
Oh wait, 90. What? 4. 6 minus 2 is 4.
Let's flip it around.
6, right?
Oh wait, yeah, it's a 6. So wait, I was correct.
Right? So we have to borrow, so we get a 6. Have to borrow again, we get the 2. All right, so this is an 8, so we get 296. Yes? Okay. So that's equal to negative 296. Well, that wasn't too bad, was it?
No.
All right. So then looking at the 3's, do I have, well, we have 3 to the 384th. Do I have any 3's in the numerator?
No.
No. All right. So what's my b value?
300.
It's in the denominator, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's negative. right. So hopefully I've done this right so far.
Well, you messed up on the 396.
Okay, so which one did I? Oh, that's right. Because I forgot about this 3, right? All right. So what should be up here?
Subtract
384 minus 96.
I need to add. I need to add 96 because this 96 in the denominator as well.
Negative 480.
Thank you. So that's negative what?
480.
Okay, that's starting to look better. So what do I have to do with these 3 numbers?
Add them.
Add them together.
Okay, can you add them together for me, please?
766 plus 382 is 400. 300. 100. And 92. Wait, oh, it's negative 92. Negative 92. Same thing.
And so what do we get when we add them all together?
Negative 392.
Negative 392. And there's your answer.